Welcome to Sweeping the Country. One more time, I'm your host, Derek Walker. Along with me today, as he always is, and he's always entertaining, Mr. Jimmy Carter. Hey, Jimmy.
Oh, happy time of the year. This is such a strange time of year for a lot of people. I know someone who's looking for a job, but not like the butt's on fire.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I mean, it's just, I mean, they know that the one they've got is ending and they need to be doing the other one, but they're just not quite ready to go.
Fully motivated.
And no one's ready to talk to you either, because
Right.
no one wants to talk to you either.
It is. You're right. It's a very strange time to look for a job because the holidays. I mean, there's a lot of places that need extra
right now
help.
we're doing this around the middle of the month.
Yeah,
from the middle of the month of December to about the 10th of January. We might as well just cut it off the calendar because nothing happens.
I agree.
I mean,
with
nothing
you.
of any significance happens anyway.
I agree, except if you were to walk through the door of UPS, FedEx, or Amazon, they'd probably hire you in a second. But that's not necessarily a job you want, maybe. I don't know. But
well, we're into the holiday zone, though. I mean, it's like it's a separate place.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's like Super Bowl Sunday or something. The world kind of operates oddly that day. There are a number of days a year that it odds oddly.
That's true.
But it definitely is oddly this time of year.
No doubt about it. But
I went to Christmas shop, so I mean,
did you?
It's getting late, you know.
Wait a minute,
And I got little children to buy for, and
you're not like the millions of Americans that just went online and shopped. You went to a brick and mortar store.
I didn't. First of all, I got to get in the mood.
Yeah.
If I'm not in the mood, I'm not going to buy anything. I did buy a few things online.
Okay.
And what is today? They should have been here already. They claim they're going to be here today.
Yeah.
But they'll probably show up in the middle of the night or something.
Yeah.
If I'm lucky. And those are things. First of all, this week is the week that I got going with it. So let's go ahead and say it. This is the 12th day of December.
Yes.
This stuff should have been going on a long time before now.
I agree. I haven't done anything.
I stipulate that.
You're late.
There was a Barbie car, remote control Barbie car that I was given instructions to get.
Okay.
Sold out.
Ugh.
And that's for several things that are the hot items.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Barbie is hot to a point. Now, what they did when the movie came out in the summer, nobody thought it was going to do anything, so they didn't buy a bunch of Barbies.
Yeah.
So everybody was wanting Barbies, couldn't get them. You know, they were just none to get.
Yeah.
Because they hadn't built their stock. Well, they made up for that when they bought for the fall, and now these toy stores are, I mean, just boiling over with Barbie.
Loaded, huh? Okay.
Way loaded, more than they'll sell, I think. So we'll see. There's going to be a big glut of Barbie. You know, if we want.
Well, they just have to make another movie, I guess, in order to sell.
But I went and I had not bought. I don't know. Maybe it's been a year since I really bought. I just bought a fire truck for one of the grandchildren the other day. I don't remember looking at prices on that one, but when I went to this one the other day, I said, well, because I think what used to be like $70 is now like $99.
Okay. So
I think things are up 10 or 20%.
Now, are you talking from last year?
I think from last year.
Yeah.
Even.
Okay. Fair.
I think a lot of these, particularly stores that are independent. I like to shop the family stores, the independently owned ones.
Yeah, I like that too.
I don't. If I never went into a big box store the rest of my life, I'd be fine. I hate them. I won't go.
Yeah, I think I like that too. I like it a lot for several reasons. One is it keeps the economy going in the towns. The small business keeps everything alive, right? And they usually have a better variety of things, right? It's not the same things in every single store. You get
particularly in toys. You know, toys are a strange thing.
Mm-hmm.
When Toys R Us was going on, that was good.
Boy, they had a lot of toys.
They had a lot of toys. They had a lot of good stuff in there. And then whatever happened to them, I never did really understand.
Yeah, they bankrupt and then they came back, and I don't know. Yeah.
Well, they're back again. That's right. Toys R Us are back. They've worked it out with Macy's. They're inside certain Macy's stores.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Like that's the toy department of Macy's.
I see.
Is a Toys R Us.
Yeah.
Which I think is really probably a pretty good idea.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
I don't know how they've hung on this long to do it, but I saw the toy. I said, okay, this is fine. The toy came from Germany.
Mm-hmm.
Brunner, I believe his name. It's very hard plastic. I mean, I was whacking on it, trying to see if I could tear it up just in the box.
And
punching it and doing what I could to it, because these kids are going to do it a lot harder than anybody's ever seen.
Heck yeah.
but it seems to be okay. And it's a UPS truck.
Oh, nice.
It's a 18-wheeler UPS truck with a forklift on the back of
Oh,
it.
that's gonna be a lot of fun.
He'll
for
open
somebody.
it up and put all his Hot Wheels toys and stuff like that.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
That'll all be good. Then I bought some books, and they all look like they're all right, but I'm just not happy with it. I haven't got.
Was it crowded? I mean, did you find that you ran into a lot of people?
This was a family. This is one of those. Well, it was in the middle of a bedroom community town.
Yeah,
and it was relatively busy.
Okay, good.
There, yeah,
yeah, I like that.
It was one of these. It was as big as like when you go to a drugstore somewhere.
Yeah,
it was about that big of a toy store, maybe a little smaller.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of a lot of working. I don't think they were working. I think moms were in there in the middle of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Shopping, doing what they're supposed to be doing, and I was doing what I was supposed to be doing.
Yeah, very good.
It was around lunchtime, so it was. But I do like shopping at those places. This place had, oh man, one thing I noticed they don't have. There's nowhere to sit down, and I don't know why they don't do that. There's nowhere to sit down.
I don't know why they don't either.
But they have a one or two aisles, a wall, an aisle, maybe part of the next two aisles of this maybe 7 or 8 lane store was model trains.
Wow, that's interesting.
And I don't know if you ever had that as a
I
Christmas
still have them. I still have them. I've been collecting them forever. I'll have to show you sometime. Yeah, I've got the HO scale, and then I've got one Lionel set that actually smokes. It shoots a little puff of smoke.
Ooh, put a tablet in there. I remember those.
Yeah, exactly.
That was my favorite Christmas.
Mine too. Christmas. I agree with you. I love that. I like a bicycle was great, but the train was always number one.
That was nice. Bicycles were wonderful, and I had many Christmases that were bicycles.
Yeah,
because I had upgraded bicycles.
Every
year.
Yeah, but the train was.
But no, the train Christmas to me was my favorite one because I never got tired of playing with it, even though it's rather idiotic. It just goes around in circles.
Right.
But I still liked it.
Well, there was part of it as a kid. If you liked to build things, it wasn't too complicated, but it was still kind of interesting because you put electrical together. You were not an electrician. I was not an electrician.
Well, what they did for me, that wasn't going to happen.
Oh, you didn't get to do that?
It came to me on a board about the size of a ping pong table.
Oh, wow.
The track was already,
assembled,
stapled in there.
Yeah.
All you had to put it on the ground, put the train on the tracks, and the transformer was just on. You had to plug it in the wall
and go.
So that way I couldn't screw it up. Yeah,
you were spoiled. I had to build my own train, and I never had the right track, and I wasn't an engineer.
Well, that's why they didn't do that. I mean, they weren't. I guess they didn't want to torture me because most kids had to get tortured. That happened with me. They didn't do that with the H. I don't think it was called. Maybe it was called HO.
HO, yeah.
But on the racing. On the cars.
Oh, the slot cars and the.
There was several different sizes.
Yep, I remember that too.
I remember there was Aurora.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it was a black track, and the cars weren't very big. They were Matchbox size, I think.
Yeah, and you snap the track. You snap the track together, and they would touch the.
See, that was always a problem because the track sometimes didn't like to go together.
Yeah, and you break it.
If one part of the track was missing or one track was broken or whatever,
so true.
None of it would work.
It's so true.
And, I remember that was more. I wish those things had been boarded onto something.
I wish those things were better. Like the train, unless you were just hauling in that train, and I don't mean hauling cars, I mean going fast. And around a corner, the train pretty much stayed on the track. You could back it up. You could hook cars to.
I don't know that I think I could wreck it.
Yeah, but it was kind of hard.
If it was on the ultimate fast speed,
right.
I could wreck it.
Yeah, but the slot cars wrecked every 5 inches.
They wrecked
they wrecked all over the place. You could never go full speed. They'd wipe out. They never quite worked.
Those were fun Christmases. I remember.
Yeah, they were.
That I remember this kids that are listening maybe think it was weird. I got a wagon one Christmas.
Yeah.
What was the brand name on that one that was famous?
Not the Red Flyer, was it? Was it the
Radio Flyer?
Radio Flyer. That's what it was.
It had a handle.
Yeah.
You sit in there, red, about 2 inches on the side. There.
Oh yeah.
I remember my brother, who was a young teenager at the time, got some kind of white paint.
Oh no!
And wrote Dio Dio on the side of my Uh,
What the heck?
Wagon.
Yeah.
I thought my father was going to kill him.
Yeah, graffiti.
Because he put Dio Dio on the side of
What did that mean? What did it mean? Something?
Dodo.
Dodo.
Crap. People didn't say the S word back then.
Right.
They said dodo.
Right.
That's dirty shot.
The wagons were great.
It's funny, but to go older, I remember it was hard for me to get older because I had such good Christmases.
Yeah, it changes.
The train Christmas, the car Christmas, that Aurora car Christmas, the various bicycles over the Christmases.
Yeah.
I remember I had a Corvette bicycle.
Oh,
I had a Stingray bicycle.
Stingray was great.
Slick.
Yeah.
The slick.
Oh, yeah. Big banana seat.
And a speedometer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There were things you got sometimes peripherals.
Oh,
like a speedometer. That was really cool.
That was cool.
With an odometer. With an odometer in the speedometer.
Yeah, it would tell you how far you rode, which was, I know now it sounds silly, but yeah, and it was all analog. There was no digital. It was all analog. No. It was just, it was like a needle.
Were fun.
They were fun.
Yeah.
They were fun. And I remember,
I used to get these little soldiers.
Oh, the little green soldiers?
Soldiers. Yeah. Green. Yeah, the green.
Yeah.
Came in a bag. I put them on the railroad track and let the train run over.
Why did we all torture the soldiers? We took cigarette lighters and we would melt the guns down.
They used to burn. Did you ever melt them?
Yes.
Where they would go, they made a noise.
Yeah. I don't know what was in them.
That was not intended for use of the.
It was not yet.
Isn't that funny that we were in different parts of the country, but we were burning our soldiers and melting them.
Only the bad ones, only the enemy soldiers. We get flamethrowers.
I guess I hope so. I hope they were.
That's funny. That is funny.
But it's just a Christmas. It's just a whole different deal now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just. I remember going to see Santa. That was a big deal.
Yeah, is it still for little? I mean, you have little grandkids. Do they still want to do that?
They just went last week, and
so they still do. Yeah, they still do it.
I mean, my daughter's keeping that tradition going.
Yeah,
sure. But yeah, seeing Santa Claus was a big production.
Oh yeah.
I mean, with the mall, it was a big production. It was like the opening of an In-N-Out burger in some town. It was a big deal.
Don't remind me of that. Yeah,
a big deal.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun though. And
line, I don't remember. And there was an X amount of time you got with Santa Claus.
Yep, and the elves would.
And I don't know who was the timekeeper on that. You didn't get much.
I think it was the elf. I think the little helper elf would come.
Yeah, one of those elfies was there.
They would come and take you away.
Long enough for you to go in there so you could take your picture.
Yep.
So you could sell it to them on the other end.
I also remember as a kid. I remember kids wetting Santa's lap. Do you remember any of that? Like they would sit there and they get nervous or something, and they'd end up getting peed on.
Those stories, yeah, I didn't pee on Santa. No. And my brother didn't write Dio Dio on his red clothes, as far as I could tell. But I remember funny. Shotgun Christmas.
Yeah. Did you ever get a BB gun? Did you ever get like a
Yep, got a BB gun. That was a Christmas.
That was a good one. I like that one.
I got a 410 shotgun that broke open.
Oh yeah,
that broke open like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's pretty awesome.
That was fun. That was as big as he would get me for a long time.
Yeah.
BB gun those were all good. Slingshot.
Oh, Slingshot was great.
Was one Christmas. I had a good Slingshot.
Yeah, those were
really
fantastic.
Professional.
Yeah, Slingshot. I love those.
And a guitar Christmas. There was a guitar Christmas in there. Terrible guitar. Came from Sears. Black and white. Amplifier was the case.
Hours of fun though. I mean, I remember getting one year a stereo. It was an AM FM stereo, and it was just little, like for your bookshelf. But I thought it was the coolest thing.
Oh no, the stereo was a huge Christmas.
Yeah,
and I remember there was another one that I got, a reel-to-reel tape recorder.
Oh yeah, okay, so a cassette recorder for
Norelco.
So, oh man,
Norelco. I remember when he bought it. I think I didn't know what was going on, but I think.
I got to ask you because you became radio and television. That was your career for all these years. Did you start then with that reel to reel? I mean, were you talking into that thing?
Absolutely. I was doing that too. There's pictures of me laying on the floor with this microphone.
That is so funny.
That somehow went into the Norelco thing. And I think I just record stuff.
Yeah.
And
same here. I did the same thing. I had a cassette player and recorder, and I would plug it into the microphone and say, "Derek here, reporting live," and I would do act like I was.
I don't know that I did that. I mean, I don't know if I was sophisticated enough to do that. I don't know what I did. I think
There was some fun things you could do with that.
Toilet flush or something. I don't know what. We're on the scene. I don't know.
It was fun.
But yeah, I did a tape recorder was a big Christmas. That was a good, nice tape recorder too.
Now, what do you do now? I mean, I don't know what you do for kids now. I mean, you got the fire truck, and there's a certain age where they appreciate that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah, I was asking. That we have a 5-year-old, and she wasn't. They're not. They're keeping them away from screens and
tech stuff,
all of that stuff.
Yeah, I like that.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So were they into music at all? Can I give them a record player?
Yeah.
Go vinyl again.
They
or
sell them.
No,
yeah.
And not yet. She wasn't ready for that for her house yet. So.
Gotcha. So that's 5 years old. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
But we had the record player year.
Ugh.
You get albums.
Oh, I love that.
And those were easy gifts for people to give you too, which was nice.
Did you have with the record player? I mean, I remember my my sister getting an album which I loved. I think it was the Beatles, Strawberry Fields, and it was actually a red record, and it was just the favorite record of all, and she would play that and play that and play that. And I thought it was cool, and you could get records for every occasion because it was such a nice gift. I mean, we loved that.
Oh, records were always a great gift. It was go-to thing for me to give my dad was I remember giving him 8 tracks.
Yep.
When the 8-track was in the car,
Oh yeah.
And music was a big gift, in every form that it was in.
I guess now you don't give. I mean, I guess you could give a subscription to Apple Music, but it's
Yeah, I mean, how weird and how dookie is that?
I don't like that either. My wife is.
That's what I'm saying. We're in such a weird time now. I think we've talked about this in the year before about electronic vehicles. Now I think that's just a joke. It's just not a workable solution for most Americans.
Yeah,
it might be for some Europeans, might be for people in the big city. Same way with just almost everything. All this bundling. Now they're talking about bundling of the apps for for like Paramount may join up with Apple Music or join up with Apple TV Plus, and so and so may buy so and so and all that.
Sometimes
because now you've got so many apps, you're spending more money than you ever would have.
Yeah,
on cable.
100%. Sometimes, Jimmy, I just and maybe this is a reflection of my age, but sometimes I just go, I don't care anymore about all that. I've gotten to this weird point where it's like enough already. I can't manage that anymore. I just don't care enough about that. And I noticed my wife the other day, we had to go to the store to pick up an iron and an ironing board because we haven't had one for 10 years. I don't know why.
Huh.
We go to the dry cleaner. Somebody else irons it. I think I made a comment about my shirt one time, and my wife said, iron it yourself. Then I tried it and said, okay, let's go to the dry cleaner. But but anyway, she's actually making some Christmas presents this year. And I don't want to say what they are in case they're listening right now. They'll know. But she's sewing some Christmas presents. And I think to myself,
if you got the time, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
If you've got a couple of minutes, to do something like that.
Yeah, she's talented, so it'll be nice.
I'm not going to make it.
You're not going to sew? No. But you're going out and picking these gifts by hand, so it means something to you, which in turn.
Then here's today. That was yesterday.
Yeah.
Today, I go to my 6-month dental appointment, just
a gift to yourself.
Teeth cleaning, everything was good.
Sure.
Then I went to have lunch, and after lunch, I'm full, and I don't want to go shopping again. So I came home,
So you're not done yet.
No, I mean, I'm not. Oh, I'm nowhere near done, and I've got a bad attitude toward it. I just don't.
Now, come on, you were in such a good mood to do it the other day.
I was, and then I start spending money, and then I just feel
that'll
bad.
do it. Yeah, the spending money part. Yeah, when you said it went from $70 to $99, and I was thinking to myself, what am I going to buy my family? Right? They can buy whatever they want. Most of them make more money than I do. So what am I doing?
True.
Right?
That's
so
right.
I like the fact that my wife's making.
Amen.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Exactly. Right. We all wanted that. So good. Okay. Great. So you got another trip out. Can you finish it in one more trip? out to the stores? Can you finish all your shopping?
No. I hadn't even made a list. I'm up to the point. I mean, I think I know what my grandson, I think I have enough stuff for him, really. I think.
Do you still have a train that you could hand me down?
I don't.
Yeah.
Granddaughter, I don't have, but I don't. She's 5 now. More difficult to buy for than I mean, I've been through this with girls before.
That's like kindergarten age, right?
She's got everything in the world and every kind of Barbie in the world, and I don't know. It was easy when I've never had any boys to buy for.
Yeah,
all my girls have always been girls.
Yeah,
and no boys. So once I got into the boy thing, that's easy. Airplanes,
right?
Trucks,
right? Sure.
Trains,
right?
Just everything like that. Girls, not so easy.
But you got a lot of experience. You should be able to do that in your sleep.
Yeah, if I could find what I was looking for, or then I got to worry about getting it approved.
Oh,
like,
that's right.
I was going to buy something. I was going to get something, and it's okay, I'll get that.
Right.
Nope, because it's got too many small pieces. The littlest one will choke. No, you can't buy that.
Right.
Because they'll write on the wall with it as permanent markers. Oh, you can't do that. So I'm having to, the authorities are checking everything.
Yeah, you got to go through the committee. What about a trip to Dollywood or something like that? That's not too far.
I did that last year, but they don't seem to. I did that to the Chattanooga Museum Aquarium.
Yeah,
and they went down there and they enjoyed it. They had a full day and had enjoyed it. But yeah, they ought to go to some place like Dollywood or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a blast.
They have a new baby, and I think it's hard for them to make a commitment on going anywhere.
Yeah, that's tough too.
And then there are others in the family. People need money. People need this. People need that. So I don't know.
Yeah, and there's something about it, and I don't mean to get negative anyway, but there was something about today. I was driving past one of the shelters, and I thought about that for a long time, longer than I wanted to think about it, because it's a little depressing. But I was driving by one of the shelters. I was coming from downtown, and I work in the city, so I'm in, every block has something fun to look at, right? Except the block that I went down today to get home, and you had mentioned the In-N-Out Burger grand opening of an In-N-Out. We have one today that's opening, and so I wanted to see what the lines were like, and I'm staying away. So I took a back road kind of through this kind of alley area, not the best part of town, and sure enough, there's a shelter, and there's probably 20, 30 people, with blankets, homeless. There was a food truck there.
Was waiting for In-N-Out Burgers?
No. This was the block, couple, ways away.
Separate deal.
Yeah, but I was on my way to that, and I just thought to myself, it's probably not a great time for those people. It's wintertime. It's cold, and is there something I can do to help those people? And you think about that kind of stuff, and that kind of motivates me sometimes. And it shouldn't be the holidays that I think about that. And I do want to help people that need the help. I don't want to give it to somebody who's making $200 a day, with a sign in front of the Kohl's department store. I want to make sure, it helps somebody, but I kind of want to do something there too, and maybe.
I mean, I get it. It's just people play on your emotions this time of year.
Yeah, that's right.
And they run these commercials of these horrible animal shelter things, trying to get you to give money to some of that.
No, there is some of that too. Yeah.
And so I just have to kind of throttle down and try to avoid that.
We just did a toy drive, and I won't get too specific, but it's the big one, right? The big toy drive. And I think they did something like 4 or 5 semi-trailer loads full of toys, for the little tinies. And they give they're trying to make Christmas for like 15,000 kids that don't have Christmas. I thought that was pretty cool. I like that kind of stuff. Kids that don't have grandparents like yourself. So they get something for Christmas.
I think that's important for all children to have some element.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
Christmas.
I agree. Sure. I agree.
But you just, again, I think more and more people are cutting off the news. Mm-hmm. They can't take it. They don't want to hear it, and they're not hearing it. And you've got, because man, when you wake yourself up to it, like I just did, check the headlines. But oh my God, this world's got more screwy stuff going on to it than you want to imagine.
Do you ever just think that can't be right? That can't be right. What I'm reading or seeing, that can't be right or real. I think that a lot. I just think, really?
I think it can't be right that we have a country where 2 80-year-old white men are running for president. And they're the only candidates we seem to be able to find in a country that's, you can't look in the same direction.
You couldn't.
You can't find two 80-year-old white men standing in the same shot.
No,
you have to go out and look for something like that.
And I wonder
how we got ourselves in that position. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Right.
I don't even think they could tell you which direction they were going, northeast, southwest. They would, which is a shame. It's very embarrassing. But yeah,
what a mess.
Right.
What a mess. What a mess. What a mess. What a mess.
I love it. Well, hey, it was a pleasure as usual to have you on and talk about some fun stuff. Matt, you've inspired me to get my train out of a big box I have in the garage. I mean, I got nothing to do this afternoon. I might just set up my train, and next week when we talk, I'll have that thing running. And
I think trains, that people have them. I love going into restaurants and been to several out west.
Yeah,
where they have trains. I've been almost in the ceiling. It's like, it's
like on a little ledge. Yeah.
Runs around the whole restaurant.
Oh yeah, I love that. I haven't seen that for a long time, but I remember as a kid seeing that. But I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. I'm gonna set it up just for you, even if it's a small circle. I'll set it up. I don't want to spend too much time setting up the track, but have fun with your Christmas shopping, and hopefully you get that all finished up.
We'll be well underway, hopefully, next week.
Very good, Jimmy. Always a pleasure. Until next time on Sweeping the Country, I'm Derek Walker. He is...
I'm Jimmy Carter.
Good day.
Good day.